Stampers, Kim from StampingImperfection.com. Welcome to this video in my 10 projects for Thanksgiving, 10 days of Thanksgiving projects. Today I want to share a really great technique for decorating a candle. This is a project idea that I got many years ago when I first started stamping. Somebody gave me a hand-stamped candle and it was so pretty. I had to learn how to do it. So I like to make these. They make great gifts. They make beautiful table decorations or just a decoration for any room in your house, really. Now I don't burn candles in my house. I usually use the electric candles that operate with batteries, and I did purchase just a regular candle. You can do this on the flameless ones also, because if you get the right kind, they have wax on the outside, and that's what you need. You need a candle with wax on the outside. And you could, if you get the flameless ones, actually use them. This one I won't use, I'll just use it for decoration. So what I'm going to do is use the Wondrous Wreath stamp set. And again, this is meant for Christmas, but let's face it, I have a wreath hanging on my porch all year long, so right now I have a fall wreath up, so this is a perfect time for a fall wreath. So I'm taking the Wondrous Wreath stamp, and I'm covering up this little tab because I'm not going to cut this out with the framelits, and I'm going to use my sponging pounce technique. And I'm inking this up with crushed curry, so I'm starting out with crushed curry. I've cut a piece of tissue paper. This is white tissue paper. I'm using a white candle, so I'll use white tissue paper. Then I'm going to take my little sponge daubers, and I'm just going to pick up some fall colors. I'm going to use some Cajun Craze. I'm going to pounce. And the nice thing about the photopolymer is that you can see how much color you've pounced on. I like that. I also have Mossy Meadow, and oops, I didn't grab the Mossy Meadow dauber. I'll just use my sponge and I'll dab on some of that. And then just for a little interest, I like either a blue or a purple. So of course I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to just stamp a little bit of that. I don't want it too strong. I'm going to go ahead, remove this post-it note, which kept my tab covered up so I didn't accidentally color that, and I'm just going to pretty. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to take the, oops, I have them all here. I want to take the second image with the berries. I'm going to put this down on, will it fit on one of these? Yes, it will. And again, I'll cover up the little tab. And this time I want to use Cherry Cobbler. I love Cherry Cobbler. This is my favorite red. It's just such a great red. I have a couch this color, so no wonder I like it, right? And it doesn't matter how this goes on, and since it's photopolymer, I can see this, so I'll just get those berries on there. Just like that. So that's what I have so far. Now I actually want to put a sentiment on here. So for my sentiment, so I'm using the Gratitude for Days stamp set. This has got some really wonderful like Thanksgiving sentiments, and I'm using the Count Your Blessings sentiment. And I'm going to stamp this in early espresso. I'm going to try to center it in my in the center of my wreath. Okay, and just like that, count your blessings, just like that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to trim. I'm not going to trim perfectly around. I want to leave a little bit of the tissue paper around, but I'm going to get kind of close. You can see how much I'm leaving. And the next thing I need is my heat tool. I'm going to melt the wax around this candle. So I'm going to place this on here like this, just like this, and then I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to start heating it. And what you'll see as I do this is that the wax around the tissue paper actually starts to melt, and it'll kind of soak the tissue paper in. And you can kind of see that starting. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. But you can just see that it's starting to be like melted in. So to finish this off, I have a few elements I want to use. This is what I have so far, and I really like the way this is looking. And you can try this on other colors of candles. I find that white actually works really well. You can use like a vanilla colored one if you want to. I am going to embellish this now with some ribbon, and I want to put a bow on my wreath. I'm using this natural chevron ribbon. I'm going to use the back of this because I really like the way that looks. The front's not terrible either though. And then I want to put a layer of this mossy meadow on top. And I've got some linen thread that I'm going to use, using my favorite loop embellishment lately, and I'm going to add some of these Regal's candy dots. Specifically, I'm going to add some of the Always Artichoke because it's a nice dark green color. So I'm going to start with, I have cut a length of the natural chevron ribbon, and I'm actually going to, you could put this in the back, but you know what? If this goes on my Thanksgiving table, everybody sits around the table, so the back and the front, you know, I could decorate the back of this also, but I'm just going to do this like this. Then I'm going to put this mossy meadow on top, and I will make this one go in the opposite direction. Now I've got this mass of loops that I've created for my linen thread with linen thread there, and I really love these little basic gold metal buttons. I love the color because I think they're perfect for fall. So I'll put a couple glue dots and I'll put that right over the top of that, just like that. Now I have a bow I've made out of the mossy meadow. Whoops. I've actually got 3 glue dots on the back of it because I kind of want it to lay down flat, and it's not a huge bow, but I'm going to tip this a little bit to the side like this, just because I've got so much at the bottom there, just like that. And now I want to add a few of these Always Artichoke candy dots just to decorate. That, and since they've got glue dots on the back, that completes my holiday candle. Thanks for watching this video in my 10 days of Thanksgiving projects. Imagine adapting that for Christmas, or you know, any kind of holiday. You could make a thank you candle. Imagine making a confirmation candle, or for some kind of special occasion like that. So there you go. Stop by my blog at stampingimperfection.com. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a like below and share with your friends. Thanks very much for watching.